furthermore, we see that Yaakov now is on his journey, and the first thing that Yaakov is saying here, that he realizes that Esav is still existing, still lives, and could very well be still his enemy. He's the reason why Yaakov left in the first place. Vayishlach Yaakov malachim lefanav el Esav achiv. That Yaakov sent angels. Rashi says real angels. As I explained to you last week, who are these angels? Sages teach us that there were some angels that misspoke. As instead of saying that Hashem is going to destroy Sodom, they said that we're going to destroy Sodom. Even though they were representing Hashem, still the way they misspoke was they got punished for it, and Hashem chopped off their wings, and they had to become angels that live on this land, cannot go back up, and they became the servants of Yaakov. And these angels went to Esav. They were sent by Yaakov to go see Esav and scout out whether Esav is still the enemy or not. And quickly they find out that yes, Esav is still viewing you as an enemy. And in fact, he's coming here with 400 men. What's 400 men? 400 different battalions. Esav was in essence, a king of Edom, and had an enormous army, and was bringing the entire army to go and take revenge against his brother Yaakov. So we see here that a war is brewing. Yaakov is concerned, and he says to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Atzileni na miyad achim miyad Esav. Hashem, save me from my brother, save me from the hand of Esav. Obviously his brother is Esav. And then shortly thereafter, in a couple of verses later, says that Yaakov sends gifts le'Esav achiv, to Esav, his brother. So we see here that when Yaakov is referring to his brother, he's referring to him in two different ways. When he pleads to Hashem, he says, Hashem, please save me from my brother, from Esav. When he speaks to the angels or to the messengers to go send them gifts, he says to them, go bring this to Esav, my brother. The opposite of what he said to Hashem. So b'siyata d'ishmaya, we developed a chidush that we already had over the years. After learning a little more today, and we see here that this is not a mistake, but rather intentional speech. Where when Yaakov pleads with Hashem, first he says to Hashem, you have done so much chesed for me. Katonti mikol chasadim, you've done so much chesed for me. Meaning that you've given me the tools to deal with the Esav. Why? Because Esav is Edom. Why is he called Edom? Because he is materialistic. He was willing to sell the firstborn rights because he just simply wanted red stew. He wanted red stew, Adom, so he's called Adom. He's called Edom. He's materialistic. If he sees a woman, doesn't matter if she's married, he takes her. If he sees somebody owning something and he wants it, he doesn't ask, he doesn't buy, he simply takes it. That's what we saw when we met Esav, when he saw that Nimrod had a certain jacket, if you will, that Esav wanted. He simply killed Nimrod because he wanted it. When he saw women, he simply took the women. When he saw that perhaps these women are not finding favor in the eyes of his parents, so he just married another woman. In so many words, whatever he wants, he just gets it. No questions asked. So Yaakov Avinu says, I know how to deal with Esav. When he's Esav, I know how to deal with him. He's materialistic. How do you deal with people that are materialistic? You give them material. You give them material. They like money, you give them money. And intentionally, Yaakov Avinu, if you look at the numbers of what he gives them 200 elim, 200 teyashim. He gives them 200 of different things. Why 200? Because the Gemara in Masechet Sukkah says, someone that's addicted to material, he'll never have enough. You give him 100, he wants 200. Give him 200, he wants 400. He always wants more. So Yaakov Avinu says, let's just already start off. If I give him 100, he's going to want 200. Let me just give him 200 already. He's materialistic. So, Esav I know how to deal with. Esav I know how to deal with. You give him more material. The problem is, Achiv, my brother. My brother is the problem. Why my brother is the problem? It's Esav. No. Chachamim tell us, Yaakov Avinu is scared of not Esav, he's scared of Achi. Why Achi? He says, after I calmed him down and I pacified him by giving him some money, that's not going to end the war. It's just going to start a new one. Why? Because now the brother comes out. And that's the brother that's an idol worshiper. That's the brother that's a heretic. That's the brother that's acting like my brother but really is my enemy because he's trying to destroy me spiritually. And for that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I need your help. For that, I need your help. Why? Because he may tell me all types of things, and he's going to start confusing different people in the family. He's going to start telling people that God is a man, or God needs you, or all types of heretical things that could destroy the entire house. That's the part that even if you are powerful, and you're popular, and you're strong, and you're this and you're that, in reality, the only way you're going to win the battle against heresy, the only way you're going to win the battle against idolatry, the only way you're going to you're going to win the battle against things that are against HaKadosh Baruch Hu is if HaKadosh Baruch Hu helps you because you helped yourself by learning Torah and dedicating it and making sure that you pray enough for your kids to do the same. That's why Yaakov Avinu is coming to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and says, Atzileni na miyad achi miyad Esav. Why? Because even though you gave me the money to be able to pay, you gave me the material to be able to pacify, you be able to, let's say, pacify the enemy by giving them some land, giving them some weapons, giving them some water, giving them some technology. The reality is, you're not going to be able to buy their ideology with it. They're still going to stay the enemies, whether they're the enemies ideologically or they're enemies otherwise. And that, Rabotai Karim, is a war that is the more dangerous war. The war against heresy. The war against heresy is the biggest war. Why? Because that heresy is already infiltrated well before October 7th. In fact, what we're seeing in the world today is a result of that war that's been fought against us with barely any defense. This is why people, both religious and non-religious Jews, unfortunately are wasting their time thinking that we can win this war politically. You cannot win a political war against a people that cares less about politics.
מה טוב לי תורתך כל היום משיחתי מה טוב לי תורתך כל היום משיחתי מה טוב לי תורתך כל היום משיחתי